It is another Sunday, and I'm super delighted to have us back. Interesting times we are in. End SARS, end police brutality. We want good governance. A few years ago, we had a heated, quite interesting conversation on Facebook, and I held that the problem with Nigeria is that we are not incited enough. We're not yet angry. I felt that as soon as we get angry enough, we'd be able to move mountains, whatever they were. A couple of days ago, I shared about Esau's experience with his father going to seek the blessing. The blessing was gone, and the father told him he was going to live by the sword and serve his brother. But as soon as the weight is heavy on him, as soon as he grows restless, as soon as he decides to be free, he will break the yoke from off his neck. This seems to be the time for Nigeria. We're angry enough, we're incited enough, and we're ready to take our country. When we started this series, the motive was actually to straighten the fact that there are not positive and negative emotions. Yes, there are pleasurable and unpleasurable emotions, but every emotion serves a purpose, a motive. Every emotion is just a messenger to communicate to us that there is an imbalance in our system and help us to restore balance. So I remember the second broadcast we had, we talked about what each emotion is communicating. We said that anger actually just communicates threat in our situations. Are we not yet threatened enough in Nigeria? Everything seems to threaten us. You have an issue and you go to the police, you suddenly become the victim. And a lot of people from the stories we're hearing today died in the process. You go to the courts, a lot of bottlenecks. You spend decades in the court and end up not getting justice. Someone is fighting you on the street. Maybe a husband is brutalizing a wife. The police tells you it's family problem and that they don't get involved in family problems except somebody dies. Imagine that. That's the system we have endured over the decades. People get killed, things go wrong, nobody says anything. We get into really tough situations, even in government offices. We soak it all in and sometimes even tip the people off for doing wrong to us. It felt like we had reached a point of learned helplessness. We didn't know what to do anymore. We had become so helpless that our brain had learned to stay helpless and always just find a way to assuage ourselves. Quite an interesting time to be Nigerian, and I'm super proud to be one right now. The End SARS movement has taught us a very crucial lesson. We can constructively, objectively confront our issues, not the person. Letting anger to sit and fester makes us to become volatile, or to end up in a space of learned helplessness, where we feel that there's nothing we can do and we just need to soak up the situation. Anger serves to announce or notify us of threats so that we can restore our system to homeostasis, to balance. And I'm glad that that is what this movement is trying to push for. It also notifies us that we need to set our boundaries. It energizes us and allows us to get to know ourselves on a deeper level. So, learn to embrace your anger and to constructively confront issues rather than becoming volatile. But for anger, there would be no End SARS movement. So until I come your way again next week, be well and live your best life.